Alright guys, good morning. Just a quick thing real quick. I had said earlier that I was going to build a rod rack for the back of this boat. This is just a Bass Tracker Pro 160. It's paid off, so you know, not trying to get nothing fancy here, and y'all know the way I roll. I like to do things the cheapest. Maybe not the cheapest as in like quality, but cheapest as like, so I don't have to go buy nothing. So in this build, I used fence pipe that we've already had on the property for years, and it's the good stuff for the 12-foot chain link fence for like around commercial buildings. Very stout 2-inch pipe. And then I went to a 1/4-inch metal plate. Each plate's got 6, I can't get it out today, it's Sunday morning guys. I've already had my coffee. But it's got 6 bolts holding each foot down into the metal. And then this was kind of Nancy's idea. I really didn't think I needed nothing else up here, but being at the back of this deck is just probably 1/8 or 3/16 steel aluminum that you stand on. There's only wood in certain areas, so it was a little flimsy. And then she was like, "Well, why don't you just pop some holes and put some carabiner and some line right here, just so if I get a big fish, or say I get hung up, or say we're trolling a little faster than normal and it gets hung up, it doesn't try to pull this backwards. Even though there's 6 bolts in each bracket on the floor, I think it would still hold." But it was a good idea. And these can actually use for multiple functions. I can tie off to certain things, but now, as you can see, you practically can't even. It won't flex the floor because this is the 850 paracord, so it holds like 1,400 pounds. It's nuts. This paracord stuff is phenomenal. It probably will hold more than the little carabiners that I have down there. But anyway, just a little extra protection for when if we get a hold of something or a sudden jerk, it doesn't wear out these threads out of this aluminum. Everything is completely detachable. As you see, I got my monster rod holders up here. I wasn't going to splurge for another set of these because I already had 2 of these off my kayak that I don't have anymore, or my old kayak. I have my other kayak, but this one is off my old one. So I put that in the middle. And there's a project coming with this, because this unscrews and has this peg sticking up. I made a cutting board for this. So I'll bring that project to y'all next. So when I'm not running my 3rd rod down the middle, I got my planer boards, one dragging out the back. When I'm not doing that, the planer board will go there. The cutting board will go there, and I can cut up my bait. And I got a 12-volt wash pump coming. It's going to go on the bottom of the boat because we do not use the live well. I've not used a live well on this boat since day one. That is a cooler. I filled it full of spray foam around the outside edges underneath, and that is our cooler. So I can almost get ice to last in that for about 1.5 days, 2 days with all that foam spray. So we don't use the live well. We don't do that type of fishing. And if I do get minnows for crappie or something like that, we have a bait bucket that hangs off the back of the boat. So that's the cooler. So I'm going to cut the line that goes to the fresh water intake out the back for the pump, and I'm going to put the hose on it, and I'm actually going to have a spray off hose. So that spray off hose will probably hang up in here somewhere where I can spray off the blood and the guts, and like when we're using worms, we get that worm dirt on the deck, I can spray that off, or slime. So I'm really setting this boat up. I've been bass fishing with my wife for over 20 years. We've been doing it since we met. We're 16 years old. We actually are one of our first times out together. We were fishing back here at Turkey Pond. One of my first little dates with her, we were bass fishing. It's something we've done, but I really want to get into big fishing. So I got into carp fishing last year. Absolutely loved it. I have a carp channel if you want to check that out, Mr. Carpin. Sitting on the bank catching big carp. It's a next level enjoyment for me. Peaceful, relaxing. But I'm setting this boat up for big catfish. I'm gonna start doing river trips, Livingston trips. We're gonna get big alligator gar, big catfish. Let me kind of show you some close-ups of what I did yesterday. Bring that to you. So like I said, I just used 2-inch pipe, and the pipe on each end of the pipe has a perforated end to slip inside the other pipe. So I cut and welded it. Don't judge my welds. I have a $70 MIG welder from Harbor Freight, so it works. But yeah, I just bolted it down, pinned it. The wires run up through here. And then that's something else I did. Let me take the zoom off this so y'all can see it. So I'm going to build a little plate right here to cover the electrical for the rain. But it's basically just a small toggle switch, as you can see. And then this right here are shelf brackets that my father-in-law had. He collected a lot of stuff. He had it over the years just sitting around. He's no longer with us now. But he left a lot of stuff for us to use, which is good because Grandpa did too. So a lot of this stuff I get for free. All this is free. This was Grandpa's. This was pipe laying around. This metal, I did buy the metal plate because I had to buy that. But yeah, so I just took this track that are made for shelving, screwed it to the bottom of this aluminum, grinded off the thing so you couldn't get it getting snagged on, and then I put that light strip for a Barletta pontoon boat, and I put it in that strip, and then I just pinched these shut, and it's like it's the track that came with it. So I was super impressed by that. You can see that comes on and off for at night, and that light's bright enough it lights up the whole back of the boat and probably 3 feet in the water. And then I put these on about a year ago. These will also be on now. I forgot all about my green lights. We did that for catching, like if we knew we were going to be sitting for a couple hours, we turned those green lights on and attract fish. And you know, we've never got any big fish around the boat because I think the transducer and all that messes them up. But yeah, so with the green light and the white light, when I land a catfish, I'll be able to turn both these on and use them now. So I just got a basic $8 toggle switch from AutoZone and installed that. So now when I'm back here fishing, I can we catch a fish. The GoPro will be up there facing back here, the black light canopy. Y'all have seen all that. I didn't get rid of the fishing rod rack that I built, the T-handle one that moves and articulates. It's still here. I just really wanted to go to a more style of a rack. And yes, you could have bought these off Amazon. MonsterRod.com builds them. Boat Mechanic builds them. But dude, they want $300 to $800 for an aluminum rack. I built this for $8. I had all the wiring. I had all the welding. Everything else was free. So literally, other than buying the rod racks a month ago for the other ones, everything, this whole build was free. Everything. So I love doing stuff like this. It just up this boat another 10% for catfishing. And I do know, guys, this is super tall. Y'all are like, what the heck is he thinking how tall that is? But see, I have a deck. I don't stand in my boat. I stand on top of my boat because it's a bass boat. And being 47 years old with a bad back from working all these years, I don't want to bend over no more and pick rods up out of rod racks like this. So now this hits me right in my hip. I can just step up. I'll be sitting in my chair right there. I can just step up, grab my rod, set the hook, bring the fish to the side, and I can catch the fish over here. So yeah, I just thought it was neat. I thought I'd bring that to y'all. Little quick video explaining what I did. You can see I was going to cut these off, but then I thought maybe one day if I wanted to hang an accessory, they have what they call barrel nuts. They're long. They screw up and they still have threads. I can attach something and hang it down in here for like a cup or pliers, grippers. So I'm going to leave these. I'll use those for maybe an extending, like for building accessories or something later on. But super proud of the way the light came out. And if I have time, I'll show you all that tonight. It is Sunday night, so there's work. So we are not going out today. We usually go out on Sundays, but the wind's a little too... I'm not going to try to troll and catfish in 40-mile-an-hour wind, so it's really windy today. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Enjoy your Sunday. Thanks for watching. B&D out.